to come out here because there's a lot that we have in common with those guys, as you can tell, because apparently some of them just endorsed our movements. So, okay, most of you know who we are. Some of you don't, so I'm going to address you guys right now, and I want to make sure everyone knows this. You've heard it from these guys a little bit before, but I just want to reiterate, because this is so important to our movement. This is so important to everyone here. Okay, this is not a Democratic movement. Okay, we're not the anti-Tea Party. This is not a Republican movement, though, either. We're not liberals here. We are not conservatives here. We are the American people, and what's going on is we are all pissed off because there is so much greed and corruption in our politics and in our economy, and we don't have voices anymore, and it's making us sick. That's what's going on right here. There's a lot of people who are saying, who's this movement for? And I want to let you guys know that this movement is for everybody, for the 99%. And what that means, you know, if you've ever said to yourself that, you know, I'm going into the ballot box, but I'm just voting for the lesser of two evils, this movement's for you guys, okay? You need to be here. You need to be a part of this, okay? If you work for a big company who is laying people off while at the same time they're posting record profits, this is your movement, people, okay? Be here. Okay, if you've ever thought that politicians out there care a lot more about lining their own pockets than they do about the middle class, this is for you, okay? Be here. If you have ever said that the politicians care a heck of a lot more about being reelected than they do about doing what is right and doing what is good for America, then you need to be down here. You need to be spreading the word, my friends, okay? So, the next thing that I wanted to do with you guys is a little bit of an experiment, because you've heard from us and you've heard probably in the press, you know, we've got this 1%. We got this 1%. They own 40% right now of the world's wealth. And I don't know about you guys, but when we're talking in when we're talking about percentages, or when we start talking about millions and billions and trillions of dollars, my head just kind of swims. I don't have a concept of what $1 trillion is. Have any of you guys ever seen $1 trillion? Because I sure haven't. So let's say, okay, you guys are America, okay? You guys right here represent the entirety of America. What would you say? We have about 300 people? 200, we'll go with 200. Math works out pretty nicely. And instead of all the money that we have out there in circulation today, America has $100 to circulate between itself, okay? So, if there's 200 people, that means 2 people are in the 1%. You're here, so I'm just gonna use you, okay?
I'm the 1%.
We're the 1%, okay? How's everybody doing? We're doing great. We're doing great. The rest of you...
We're the 1%. One.
So, the rest of you are the 99%. And there are $100 out there to go around. So we have $40 to split between ourselves, $20 a piece. The rest of you get $60 to split. Okay, if you want to do the math on that, $60 divided by, yeah, there's...
Let me pull out my high-tech device that I paid for with my $40, and I will give you the numbers. The numbers are, let's see, 198 divided by 6 equals...
Thank you, sir.
33
cents. You each get 30 cents.
33
cents. I've got $20. He's got $20. You guys have 33 cents. Okay. Now, some of us are going to say, well, that's terrible. We need to redistribute the wealth a little bit more fairly, and I'm inclined to agree with that. Some of us are going to say, hey, let's let the free market run, and if you're rich, you probably earned it. You know, who's going to hate Google for making this fantastic search engine that we all use and making a ton of money off of it? You know, in my opinion, if you're Mark Zuckerberg and you found this niche, which is Facebook, and you went and made a few $1 billion off of it, I mean, if that's your reward in our capitalist system that we're living in right now, then okay, that's fine. But here's where we run into kind of a sticking point, and that's politics. Does anyone here want to be president? Come on, we need 2 candidates for president. Let's just have, you can be president, you come on up. Do you want to be president too? All right, here's our 2 presidential candidates. Thank you, guys. One of them is probably a Republican, and one of them's probably a Democrat. Which one of you wants to be a Republican? Both of you. Maybe this is the primaries. You're wearing blue. You're going to be the Democrat. So you can be the Republican for today. Go ahead and face the people who are going to be voting for you. Okay? Go, give them a wave. All right, those are your presidential candidates, everybody. Now, for 1 second, I'm going to leave our fantasy world where there's only $100 to go around, and I just want to give you guys a fact. Our federal campaigns last year cost $5.3 billion. It was a new record in spending to get our president elected, the campaign with McCain, to get all our senators and everything elected. We spent $5.3 billion to do that. Now, what's the problem with that? Well, the problem with that is that they have to get the money from somewhere, and we've got this 2 Supreme Court cases that happen. We've got, number 1, money is speech. Okay, so my dollar does my talking for me. And remember, I've got 20, you've got 33 cents. Okay, and the other thing is that corporations are people who are entitled to free speech. Okay, so these corporations have basically limitless resources in comparison to you folks with your 33 cents. Now, thank you guys, bear with me, I'm getting to my point. Now, these guys spent $5.3 billion to get themselves elected, but it's not over. Who wants to vote for our Democratic candidate right here? All right, that's pretty good. Who wants to vote for a Republican? I think you just won, but here's the thing. You want to get reelected, and you're going to run again against him. And remember, you guys just spent $5.3 billion to get this done. So now you need to please the people who got you the votes. And I want you to notice, I did not say you want to please the people who voted for you. You want to please the people who enabled you to get the votes. The people who paid for your ad campaigns, the people who paid for your buses and your planes, and all that stuff, special guest speakers, all that stuff. Are you going to turn to the guys who have 33 cents, or are you going to talk to me who's got $20?
I got $20 too.
And he's got $20 too.
$20 or 33 cents? Who are you giving your vote to?
Who are you going to try to help out more? The guy who's got 33 cents?
Tell you what, I'll give you $5 right now.
Yeah, he'll give you $5 right now. They've got 33 cents, but remember...
I'll give you $6 right now.
Remember, because they had to pay their mortgage. We bought our house outright, so we don't have to pay that anymore.
I'll give you $7 right now, because I got $7 to give you. Because I got $20 and I can live on the other 13.
These guys all together couldn't give you $7. I vote you go with him. That's probably the most sensible solution. And that, my friends, is what it seems most of our politicians out there are doing. What's up? What it's down to here is that these guys don't represent you. They represent us, because we're the ones who are making sure that they get voted for. So what it comes down to is that we need to get the money out of politics, because that's what causes these guys to not care about you. We're not going to be able to do that because we have those Supreme Court rulings that I talked about. So I'm sure you all know the way our government structure works. The only way we're going to overturn those Supreme Court rulings is with an amendment to the Constitution. That kind of has to be our goal, guys, and that's like really hefty. So if we have any union guys out there, or gals, my union brothers and sisters, I love you. Go back to your unions and tell them that private money needs to get out of politics. Tell them you need your voice back, okay? And if you got pencil pushers out there, any office pencil pushers, white collar guys, you need to start pushing those pencils, okay? Write your congressman, write your senator, write your politicians, and tell them you are going to be heard starting now, okay? To everyone out there, this is the beginning of something really special. This is the American people, all as one. We are standing up and we are saying, we are going to be heard, my friends. Okay, this is the common citizen saying, I've found my voice. You are going to listen to us now, okay? So let's go out there, let's rise up together, let's make ourselves heard, okay? We can do this together.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you. This is a movement of the people. We are the 99%. So really quickly, we want to go over some logistical things with you. As you can see, as you come up, we have some amazing people who have donated some amazing food. So go back there. Let's check it out. There's some great 3-bean casserole. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Meredith, for being back there serving, hooking us up with a little bit of fire. We have some gumbo. We have lots of bread and snacks and all kinds of stuff because we are occupying. We are occupying, and we need to keep ourselves taken care of. So make sure you do that. Also, we have a arts and media table that has some markers and cardboard and poster board and all that kind of stuff. If you don't see a sign here that you want to take with you on the march, feel free to make your own, okay? We want to stay on message that we are standing in solidarity with Occupy Wall Street and that we are here to address the issues of corporate greed, okay? Absolutely, absolutely. So the march today, which is going to be taking place in about 10 minutes, is going to be going to CSU. Okay, and we just want to review the route with you really quick, okay?